Welcome to the session. I am Dr. S. Anusha Katyayani, Assistant Professor in Department of Chemistry, Institute of Aeronautical Engineering, Hyderabad. Today, I am going to discuss in one of the topic from Engineering Chemistry in Module 3, which is Polymer Technology. I am going to discuss about the condensation polymers like bakelite. So, it comes under the category of resins. So, we are going to see in detail about this bakelite. So, outcomes of this presentation are, so we are going to see the reaction mechanism involved in the condensation polymerization in the synthesis of bakelite with examples. So, this presentation covers resins, under resins, bakelite, we are going to discuss the definition, preparation, synthesis, properties and applications we are going to see about the bakelite. So, the condensation polymers. So, we know the condensation, the reaction which is happening in the polymers is either addition or condensation. So, under addition, there are three types like free radical, ionic, maybe cationic, anionic. Three mechanisms are involved in addition reactions. Whereas in condensation reaction, it is a reaction where the condensation of the molecules or removal of the molecules happens due to the condensation of the reaction. So that type of reaction is called the condensation reaction. So the polymers which are prepared using this condensation reaction are called the condensation polymers. Under this, there are three types like polyamides, polysulfides and resins. Under this resins, we are going to see the bakelite. Bakelite is a polymer made up of monomers with phenol and formaldehyde. So, the phenol formaldehyde resin is a thermosetting polymer. It comes under the thermosetting polymer. So, generally, we cannot deny the presence of polymers in our lives. We are using these polymers from day to day life, from morning to night, all over the world using these polymers. We cannot deny or we cannot live without these polymers. Actually, we are surrounded by objects, most of which in some way or other have related to the polymers. Suppose if we see a room, it will have some switches or which is made up of bakelite or which is made up of polymers. So, our world or our living nature is surrounded by all over the polymers. The ease of molding of these polymers make the use of polymers in our lives because they are easily moldable to different shapes and we can use these polymers. And the production cost is also very less compared to the other steel or iron products. So, this production cost is very less. So, these polymers are used and some polymers are biodegradable or some polymers are recyclable or some polymers like thermoplastics or thermosetting polymers, they can be recycled and remolded. So this is the main reason for the universal acceptance of these polymers. So as such, one of the polymer is a bakelite. It is one of the commercially manufactured polymers which witness in our daily lives. Suppose the ornaments used by the women and the buttons, all the buttons made up of the bakelite. The buttons and the vintage telephone box are also made up of this bakelite. And the electrical switches present in our homes are all electrical switches and electrical cords are made up of bakelite material. So, the bakelite is also called as a phenolic resin. Why? Because the monomers used in the bakelite are phenol and formaldehyde. So, it is obtained by the condensation reaction. So, the condensation polymerization is happening between the phenol and formaldehyde compound in the presence of an acid or alkali catalyst. So, this catalyst enhances or activates the reaction. So, the preparation involves three steps. The preparation of this reaction involves in three steps. So, the first step is the reaction between the phenol and formaldehyde. which results in the formation of orthohydroxymethylphenols or para-hydroxymethylphenols. So the first, phenol plus formaldehyde. Phenol is a benzene molecule with one hydroxyl group and HCHO is a formaldehyde. Results in the formation of ortho. Generally for the benzene molecule, this is a benzene molecule, there are three positions. So first ortho, here ortho position, this is ortho position, meta and para. This here we are going to get ortho and para. So one hydroxyl molecule or OH molecule here. So here this is ortho position. So ortho hydroxymethylphenol. So here one methylphenol means CH2OH. So same thing, hydroxymethylphenol. So CH2OH. But the position differs. If in the benzene structure, if the attachment is in this side, then it is called ortho and we will represent as O, then hydroxyphenol, whatever may be. Then if it is meta, then we will represent as M, and if it is para, we will represent with P. So based on the attack or based on the attachment of the position, we will represent a structure with different names. It may be ortho, meta and para. So the formed compounds here are orthohydroxymethylphenols and para-hydroxymethylphenols. Here the reaction phenol plus formaldehyde. So phenol we having hydroxyl group plus formaldehyde, it releases OH minus ions and gives CH2OH. Here this is orthohydroxy because it contains OH group and methylphenol. Hydroxymethyl CH2OH and phenol. This is the phenol which contains methyl group CH2OH hydroxymethyl group. But the attack is in this is ortho, meta, para. Ortho, meta, para. So here attack is on ortho position means we will call it as orthohydroxymethylphenol. If it is on para position, we will call it as hydroxymethylphenol. So what happens here, the phenol, if we see the change in the bonds we can observe here. So this is the phenol group. What happens? This bond splits and gives one electron. This electron go and attack here and again it causes the breakage of the bonds and this causes the movement of bonds. So the resultant will be like this. Here the bonds will be like here, but due to the movement of electrons and removal of OH minus ions or attack of these OH minus ions CH2OH here, so it causes the change. So this is the phenol again with methoxyhydride CH2OH. CH2OH. This is methoxyhydroxyl group at ortho position plus CH2OH here and the phenol. This is para hydroxy methyl phenol. These two compounds are formed from the phenol and formaldehyde condensation reaction. So when orthohydroxymethylphenols are heated with excess of phenol in presence of acid, as we know, this phenol and formaldehyde reacts in the presence of acid or base catalyst. So when the excess of phenol was used, it forms a novolac. Novolac is nothing but the polymer formed from this phenol and formaldehyde when the excess of phenol was used. What happens? The monomethyl phenol plus again phenol. So here the resultant monomer from the phenol and formaldehyde product, the resultant is monomethyl phenol. This is orthomonomethyl. This is in ortho position. So orthohydroxymethyl phenol plus again excess of phenol was added, result in the one CH2O and removal of one H2O. One H2O molecule. So the H from here and here it removes and it forms a bond between these two benzene or phenol molecules. See here. Removal of one water molecule. Then again the ortho position hydroxymethyl phenol reacts with the another compound formed intermediate product and forms a chain. Thus formed chain is called Novolac. So it was clear the excess of phenol result in the formation of Novolac. Thus formed phenol plus this is the byproduct of phenol plus formaldehyde, that is orthohydroxymethyl phenol. When reacted with another molecule of phenol, releases one water molecule, forms a bond between one phenol and monomethyl phenol molecule. Again, reaction with another monomer causes a chain-like chain, which is called a Novolac. So, when the phenol is taken in excess, the reaction medium is more acidic. So, the product condensation reaction obtained is also, the resultant product is also acidic. So, when the quantity of formaldehyde, so other than phenol, if the quantity of formaldehyde is increased, then the phenol in the reacting mixture more than the phenol, then the reaction occurs in basic medium, where phenol acidic medium, where formaldehyde gives basic medium, and the condensation product is resol. So in acidic medium, Novolac with increase in phenol. So with increase in HCHO means formaldehyde, the whole reactions takes place in the basic medium and the resultant compound is resol, ReSol. So this is the resultant compound. So the molecular structure of resol is this, and the Novolac thus formed from the phenol and orthomethoxyphenol is Novolac, and from the formaldehyde and the phenol compound is resol. So these are the intermediate condensation products. So they are used in resins, they are used as resins in different industries. The intermediate compounds thus formed resol and Novolac are also have varied applications. These intermediate compounds can also use it as resins in different industries. So the bakelite is obtained when the Novolac is allowed to form cross links. So in the presence of cross-linking agent. So we know up to the Novolac and resol formation. If the crosslinks are formed between the Novolac compounds, then the compound is the bakelite. So in general, phenol is taken in excess, which acts as a cross-linking agent. To form the cross-links between these Novolac compounds, this phenol acts as a cursor, and this has to be added more, or it has to be taken in excess. So the Novolac on heating with excess amount of formaldehyde undergoes cross-links and infusible solid mass called bakelite. So the overall reaction will be, we know this is phenol plus formaldehyde in the presence of acid or base catalyst, which forms ortho and para hydroxy methyl phenols, which on further polymerization reaction, which forms a chain reaction in the excess of phenol. So it causes the Novolac, a linear polymer, which again heating with the presence of formaldehyde, then it causes the cross links between the two linear polymers. Here the linear polymer is Novolac. It won't have cross links. Again, these Novolacs on heating in the presence of formaldehydes gives cross links called bakelite. So this is the bakelite. It's a cross-linked polymer. So the initial methods for preparing involved the heating of formaldehyde and phenol in the presence of the acid catalyst. So here we are discussing acid catalyst. So what are those acid catalysts? It may be the hydrochloric acid, ammonia or zinc chloride. So the mineral acid HCl or zinc chloride or ammonia. So these are the three acid catalysts, which acid or base catalyst. So here HCl is acid catalyst and ammonia is a base catalyst. So which we are using to initiate or to activate the reaction. These are the catalysts which we are using with the phenol and formaldehyde reaction, which results in the Novolac formation, and this Novolac formation on further heating with formaldehyde gives crosslinks. Novolac is a linear polymer which on crosslinks form, which Novolac with crosslinks is called bakelite. So the resultant product is bakelite. So this is the general molecular structure. Following structure will have for the bakelite, and it have the chemical formula of C6H6O plus C6H6O plus CH2OH is bonded to the molecule, like it with number of repeating units. What are the properties of bakelite? It can be quickly molded, and very smooth molding can be obtained from this bakelite polymer. And bakelite moldings are heat resistant and scratch resistant. They are also resistant to destructive solvents, means they are chemically inert. They won't react with other chemicals easily. And owing to its electrical conductivity, and it has very heat conductivity is very low, electrical conductivity is very low, and it is resistant to the electric current. This causes the reason to use in the switches manufacturing. This bakelite is having low electrical conductivity and high resistance. It can be used in the electrical switches and machine parts. Most of the machine parts are used in the electrical system is made up of bakelite. It is a thermosetting polymer. This bakelite has high strength, meaning it basically retains its form even after extensive molding. So use it for making of variety of handles of utensils, even the gas stove knobs. It should be heat resistant, because all the time higher temperatures are used, or the knobs even in the different systems, machine parts where the heat is used, all the knobs and handles are made up of bakelite, where it was exposed to heat. Because it is heat resistant and low electrical conductivity, the bakelite is preferred normally in all the places. So these are all made up of the bakelite. So the phenolic resins are also called as bakelites, are extensively used as adhesives and binding agents. As we know, the intermediates like Resol and Novolac formed acts as adhesives and are in and have an vital application in all the industries. Then coming to the another application like plywood laminations and grinding wheel. This is for plywood lamination. This bakelite is used because of it is scratch resistant and electrical proof and heat resistant. Due to this character or these properties makes the use of bakelite in all the applications. Also used in paints, varnishes. So in paints and varnishes, this acts as a bakelite acts as a material. Bakelite is used in paints and varnishes. They are further used for protective purposes, such as in the coating industry, because it is scratch resistant and is scratch proof. So this bakelite is preferred normally on the coating of all the maybe paint or PVC sheets or plywood laminations, or for coating as a materials in different products. So the most common and important polymer this is, and use it to make different objects. It also used for making combs and phonographic records, like records which are used in old days like vintage records, and handles of various utensils. This bakelite is mostly useful. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.